This is the Rangemaster electric smoker. I got this at Aldi a few weeks ago. Maybe actually longer than that, but anyway, it's an electric smoker. Not that fond of electric cooking appliances as such, but for the tune of 99 bucks, I said, I'll give it a shot, see if it's something we really like. I've used it once before, and today I'm using it for the second time. This is not going to be a review in my regular style, as I kind of don't really know what I'm doing with it, so we're just going to kind of carry along as such. Not much to really speak about here. It's just got some handles on the side. Your control here, which is just like any sort of electric frying pan or anything like that. Nice big spring on the handle to keep it cool. That thing protruding is the drip tray. Handle on the other side, and the hinge for the door, once you open the door, you can actually just pick it right up off the hinges and pull it out. The rear of the unit has a little vent for the smoke and things like that. I have some condensation in the temperature probe here, but I think that should cook off in a reasonable amount of time. I'm just getting this thing going right now, so I'm preheating it to kind of higher level than I'm going to be cooking with it, because I want those chips inside to start smoking. There's a tray of water on the left, and in that container on the right are the wood chips. Just a standard heating element at the bottom, and everything is cooking up very nicely in here. Like I said, I did use this once before. Smokers get discolored and things like that. I sort of scrubbed it with a scrubby pad, which is why you see all of that on there. I really don't care about it. Others say you should leave that on there as almost like a patina to allow it to be seasoned in that, but it gets a little too grody, so I just cleaned it down, and we'll see how horrible it'll get in the future. These are the wood chips that I'm using today. They're pecan wood. They say to use the wood chips rather than chunks, because the chunks don't really smoke as well as the chips do. There are many, many, many different kinds of wood that you can put in a smoker. A lot of people go for the mesquite. I wanted to get the mesquite, but I guess everybody in the area bought it out. So they had pecan. I said, all right, well, that sounds good too. So I got pecan. You'll find apple wood and cherry wood sometimes, alder, all kinds of different stuff. What I'm making today is smoked salmon, and for that they actually recommend alder wood, but I have this on hand, so I'm going to use this. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I could ruin it, it's possible, but I'm sure it'll be just fine. Last time I had used this machine, this unit, we had made 2 chickens in it at the same time. You saw how spacious it is inside, so you really can put quite a lot inside. I made 2 chickens at the same time, and then put 2 trays of vegetables at the bottom. Today I'm doing salmon. I have a couple of pieces of chicken I might throw in also. I haven't decided yet. And I have some eggplant that I'm going to make in my normal fashion and smoke it in here to see how that comes out. So for now I'm going to let this preheat for maybe another 20 minutes or so. And that'll make it about 12 noon, at which point I'm going to put the salmon in. The temperature, like I said, I am preheating this a lot hotter than you are going to be cooking at. I'm going to be cooking at, probably around the 200 range, maybe even a little less than that. It's all about low and slow. You talk about a slow cooker, that's one thing. You talk about a smoker, that's a real slow cooker is what it is. And you also have to remember that this being an electrical appliance as such, you only have about 12 amps that you can possibly pull through there for the heating element in here, because it's only 120 volts. And at that, recovery time, especially for such a big unit as such, is going to be quite a long time, so you really do not want to open that door once an hour is once too much, really. So I'm going to leave this to preheat for a bit, prepare what else I need to prepare, and we'll continue from there. In this dish here are 3 pounds of wild-caught salmon. The sauce around it was actually not sauce at all. That was brown sugar and kosher salt. It was 2 cups of brown sugar and a half a cup of kosher salt, and it was just sand yesterday. Today it's liquid because it pulled that out of the fish. Now the way this all works here is there's a million different ways you can do things. So I did what any other person would do. I went on YouTube and stole all of their ideas. Remember, stealing from one is plagiarism. Stealing from many is research. And I've seen accounts where they put the fish in just like this. I've seen accounts where they just pat it dry. I've seen accounts where they leave it out and allow it to get pellicles on it to accept the smoke better. All kinds of different things. So I've seen it where they rinse it. There's so many different ways and nobody quite knows what's right. That's really the problem with smokers. There's no real right or wrong way to use them per se, but there's no concrete evidence on what really to do. You just kind of do it till it's done. So I might be eating dinner tonight at 4, I might be eating at 8, I might be eating at midnight. I don't know yet. It depends when it feels like getting done, depending on where the temperature is set, and then everybody else is going to say, oh, you dried it out, oh, you did this wrong, oh, you did that wrong. Well, there's no right or wrong way because nobody quite seems to know what to do with them. The booklet for this, which is also interesting to mention, one of the reasons I picked this up from Aldi is first and foremost that I've had a lot of good luck with any appliance I've gotten from Aldi. And the second reason was because the other one that I've seen that was electric that I saw on TV in an infomercial once or twice was made by Masterbuilt. Well, online I saw that on Amazon for maybe $150 for the plain Jane analog one. They're all digital with probes and smartphone apps and stupid shit you really don't need. Bottom line is the regular analog one like this was on Amazon for about $150, $160. So clearly I knew that I had purchased one at a lower price. And online they also had the manual, and I read through that just to get some ideas, and it had virtually no information in it. When I got the manual for this unit, the Rangemaster one, not only did it also not have any information in it, it was word for word the exact Masterbuilt manual, except it said Rangemaster. Further proof, yet once again, that all of these things come out of the same factory in China, and the only difference is the label that they slap onto it. There is all of the fish and the chicken. The chicken I just seasoned with salt and pepper was really it. So you see how that's all in there. I have one other tray which I'm going to put eggplant on later so I don't overcook that. And I'm just waiting for it to get back up to temperature now. And we'll come back when something else happens. Okay, everything has been in there for approximately an hour and 5 minutes at this point, and there is some smoke starting to come out of it. It's very light at this point. This does not start smoking like a chimney or anything like that. That's not the idea. And remember that an electric smoker, pretty much it just has that tray at the bottom that I showed you earlier in the video that sits basically right on top of the heating element. As soon as that goes out, it's not heating the chips anymore. Every once and again there's a little wisp of smoke that comes out of the seam here by the door. I saw it before, grabbed the camera, and now of course there's some wind, so whatever small wisps were coming out are getting blown away, and I don't see any right now. Okay, it's been approximately 3.5 hours. So let's open this up. Ooh, looking good. Looking good. In fact, we are coming along. So here's my eggplant, which has been marinated in oil, balsamic vinegar, Asian fish sauce, Mrs. Dash, basil, and oregano for, about an hour or two, something like that. And pop that in on the third tray. Third rack, actually. That'll go right in there. Figure about another hour, maybe hour and a half. I poked these with a thermometer and they're looking like they're just about right, so that should do it. Well, here's the eggplant. Again, that was in for approximately an hour or so. And it certainly heated through and cooked, and it is smoked a bit. Probably could have gone a little longer, but it's good how it is. And over here, this is some of the chicken that I did. Chicken breasts. Seem nice and moist on the inside. And the fish here. So everything all turned out pretty well. So after eating, what's the end result? Not impressed. Actually not impressed for a change. And the reason why, like I had explained before, was because nobody quite knows what the hell they're doing with this stuff. Now, I had watched 8 or 10, even 15 videos, and they all said to brine the fish. I picked the recipe with the lowest amount of salt purposely, and that's what I did. And it came out incredibly salty. So that was strike one. I may have overcooked it a bit as well. Another thing the brining process does is it makes it very hard on the outside. The inside, in the areas that were moist, were pretty good, but way too salty still. The chicken, that could have come out a lot sooner. The last time I made 2 whole chickens and they were absolutely succulent and delicious. Everything all around was great. So I'm not going to give up on this. Next time I do the fish, fuck the brine. How about fuck everybody? Everybody else is wrong for a change. And I'm going to put it in straight. And we'll see how that goes. Because even the recipe that I found, which used a 1/2 cup salt and 2 cups of brown sugar, was probably enough salt for a month for me. So fuck everybody, do what you like, and that's it. Anyway, that's the end of that for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.